Gonna open up a Marvel Legends here. We got Rocket Racoon and Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, the movie. Here's a pretty unique one to open up here, so we'll open up, check it out, talk about why I wanted to add this to my collection. Let me tell you, when I started collecting these, the Guardians of the Galaxy set here was very cheap online. They were like $10 a figure. So it was an awesome time to jump in with this line. I just am now getting to open them. The very important Mantis piece, the whole body here. So that'll be an awesome one to put together. I really like Mantis. That'll be awesome. Watch for that building. So not your typical Marvel Legends here. Let's pop out Groot, which he is just a piece. He doesn't have any articulation since he's so tiny. He's got his little Avenger's suit. Really nice eyes. But yeah, no articulation points, and he's kind of lopsided on the feet. I don't know if he's really going to stand. He's kind of just an accessory. Somebody's going to have to hold him. Also, not very typical, is Rocket here. So this is the face with the open mouth, and since this isn't a typical Marvel Legends figure, I usually don't do all the joints and stuff of Marvel Legends because it's boring to do and everybody kind of knows how they move anyway. But since this is such a strange one, he kind of does have a lot of the same build as far as the full movement for the arms, the wrist and hands come out just like the others. He doesn't have any alternate hands, he just has these ready for his guns. He has a tail piece that is actually kind of jointed. You know, there's a joint here, but then it does go around, so it's much like a hand kind of piece. It doesn't stay in very firmly, though. The torso even has kind of it doesn't go up and down, but it does turn all the way around. I mean, he even has this kind of joint on the leg here, the knee, the foot is also on the peg, but all those peg things like the tail, feet, hands, they come out very easy, and then these parts are so small. This is the one you got to really be careful with. But he looks great. You can see if you look really close on the face, you can see that they've done really nice printing, like you can see the pixels of the printing to get a really good face. Multiple colors on his little suit and everything, so smaller stature, but they went all out to make the character worth buying, a Marvel Legends price, because they did include, the Groot, and it was my usual theory of, a smaller character and they'll put the biggest Build-A-Figure piece, although usually Build-A-Figures are kind of bigger, but this is like Mantis's, biggest Build-A-Figure piece. He does have an alternate head with a closed mouth, so a little value there too, despite the size. And this one looks really good too, with the little teeth and everything. I think they just are the same head, but just the mouth, the way it's placed on there or glued on there, that you can kind of swap. Of course, that's a really stubby neck piece, so that one's another piece that's actually really easy to come off. So gotta be careful with your dainty little Rocket. But yeah, he looks really cool like that too. I kind of like the open mouth. It's a little more expressive of like, using his guns. Those guns just are black with kind of a silvery wash over them. I think on the back of the box, the handles are brown. So that was clearly just kind of a prototype image. At least that one longer barrel one. So they didn't do that. But they look pretty nice just with that wash, just kind of give them a little more detail. I mean, the size of them just makes me think of like a tiny little Star Wars figures, guns. I think this hand seems like very tiny to fit. Didn't look like that left hand was going to fit this kind of thicker gun. This one might only fit in his right hand. You could probably get it in there, but... So yeah, he's got his smaller arms. He doesn't come with a big rifle to hold in both hands, so that's strange. I think I still have to open a kind of 3-pack with Rocket, Groot, and Thor. So that'll be interesting to check that one out as far as weapons and any differences. So we'll watch for that one here. But yeah, gotta have Rocket. He's just like a really cool, unique character, the size, and just kind of the mystery of how he came to be. I hope we get like a further story on him. It's cool that it's a mystery, but kind of like to hear the story of, why a raccoon? So we got the Mantis piece, and then we're adding, a lot of characters with this, actually. We can have the tiny Groot from that film. You're getting alternate head Rocket Racoon. And the Mantis piece. That was a big time must add for me. And again, when I was looking for these, just starting my collection, super cheap. I don't think they're so low priced anymore this wave, so I'm glad I jumped on it when I did. So I'll open up all the others in this wave, Guardians of the Galaxy, other Marvel movies, and all my other collectibles I open up here. So you'll want to get subscribed so we can check out more things, kind of talk about why we would want to add them to our collection. I don't really do boring joint breakdown unless it's a character like this where This is actually a very unique body type for Marvel Legends with the tininess. He's a tiny boy. But he will shoot you. That's right.